Hey, we're back. It's Tanya with Rainbow Talk with Tanya. We are discussing the title of the topic today is Die Empty. Dying Empty. We're at topic number 39. We, of course, in the beginning, I shared with you that God had given me 40 topics to teach on, to discuss, to talk about. And topic 39 is Die Empty. So we are talking about releasing the things that God has put inside of us um, to benefit the well-being of others. So, there's this quote or saying that I've heard plenty of times, and maybe you've heard it too. Um, you find the most potential in a grave. The most potential is in the grave because a lot of people don't live their full potential. A lot of people have so many jewels on the inside of them that they do not um, use. They don't magnify it. They don't nurture it. They don't develop it. There's a lot of potential in the grave, because people just don't maximize what God had put inside of them. So the title of this video is called Dying Empty. So we're talking about pouring out. We're talking about letting God use us and not holding on to things that benefit other people. So we're talking about as God fills us, we pour out. So it's like a cycle. God fills us, we pour out. He fills us, we pour out. So, when he puts things inside of us, maybe during prayer or maybe, the gifts that he's given us, the talents that he's given us, we are to pour out and share that and minister to others. We don't hold that. We don't deprive people of what God has given us to give to them. We pour out. We give what God has given us to give to people. We don't hold on to it. We don't hold stuff and deprive people of something that could actually deliver them or lead them to their breakthrough or things of that nature. So we all are assigned to a people. We all are assigned to someone. God has orchestrated for us to walk a certain path in life, and he's orchestrated for different people to cross our paths. He's orchestrated that. So when we're walking this path of life, then there's people that's coming and we just ignore them or move around them and just try to, act as if they're not there. And God has put stuff inside of us to share with people or to help people out along their journey, like sharing our testimony or blessing them or, encouraging whatever he may put inside of you for someone else. Don't worry about what other people are saying or thinking or doing. They ain't got nothing to do with you. You do what God told you to do, and you pour out, and he fills you up and give you more, and then you pour out again, and he fills you up again, and he gives you more to give other people, then you pour out again. That's usually how that works. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a cup and you got the cup filled up, either you drink it or you pour it and then you fill it up again. Everything is in the spiritual has a natural side. There's a spiritual side and a natural side to everything. So I like to use analogies. It might have been a little corny, but I think you might have got the point. Might have the point now. So so stop holding on to stuff that he gives us for other, to bless other people, whether it be our gifts. A lot of us are sitting on the potential to be greater than we are. We've gotten used to the norm of things. We have to understand the status quo does not apply to us. Okay? The status quo does not apply to us. We are a peculiar people. We are called. We are handpicked by God. We're chosen. The status quo does not apply to us. So we are to give what God has put inside of us. We are to give that back out, to other people. We are to pour out. So when saying we die empty, that means that when our time comes, we should be at a point where we have exhausted everything that God has put inside of us and not take nothing to the grave that we had for somebody. So continue. So the more you give, the more you pour out, the more you empty out, the more he fills you. The more he fills you. And he may start off with giving you a little bit to see what you're going to do with it. And then next time he'll give you a little bit more. And then he'll give you a little bit more. Just like we do with our kids. You know, they want to ask for so much. You know, especially with food. I have a 5-year-old. He won't eat all day long, you know, and sometimes his eyes is bigger than his stomach, so he asks for so much. So we give him a little bit, okay, let's see what you do with that, and you won't, and then maybe we give you a little more, and then that's how that works. So, you know, God may give you a little bit to see, to test your obedience, you know, and to test your stewardship, to see if you're going to be a good steward over that amount. And then, you know, you pour out, you empty out, you bless other people with your gifts and your talents and ministry and the things that God's called you to do. Then, okay, he give you a little bit more, you know, and then he give you more, and then he give you more, then he give you a lot, you know. So the point is, we're not going to hold on to what we have for other people, whether it be sharing words, whether it be encouragement, whether it be, you know, a gift of minstrel. Maybe you can be a musician, maybe you can sing, or maybe you have the gifts of administration and helps. I mean, it's so much. It's so much. But, you know, it's time to seek God on our daily walk with him and how he will have us to move every day. Because every day is its own journey. So he already has people set in place of who you're going to run across today, who you're going to talk to on the phone today, who you're going to meet today, who's going to stop by the house today, who you're going to see on the way to the store. He already has all that set in place. He's already orchestrated that. You know what I'm saying? So we have to align. We have to align with him. We have to align to make sure that our steps are ordered, to make sure we don't miss anything, to make sure we are dying empty. Because if he has orchestrated for us to go to the right and we go left, then we done missed something over here that could have possibly, you know, help somebody, you know, in a situation, could have possibly helped deliver somebody or breakthrough or anything, you know, or we could miss our own blessings, you know, doing things our own way. Well, I'm going to go left. Look like they're having some fun over there. I'm going to go over there where the fun at, you know, instead of going this way. And you never know, you know, God may have, because it's happened plenty of times. You know, God just told me to just bless you with this check for $1,000. You know, just because you followed your spirit. Now you over there at the party, instead you go broke buying drinks and everything. You went to the left and spent all your money, and you don't have no money. If you would have went to the right, you would have kept that money you started off with, plus you had $1,000 on top of it. It's always, me and my analogies, it's always good to let him order your steps, you know, and be aligned with him. Orchestrate my steps today, Lord. Be a lamp unto my feet today. You know, we speak to every crooked line to be made straight. We speak to every mountain. You know, you get up in the morning, you declare your day, how you want your day to be. And Lord knows when we miss praying, it shows. It shows up in the day when we miss prayer in the morning. But yeah, so dying empty is basically just pouring out everything that God has put inside of you to do in this earth. Okay, pouring out. You know, you pour out, you empty out, he fills you up. It's just an ongoing cycle. You know, the more you pour out, the more he gives you, and the more you withhold, the less he gives you. You know, so that's a video on dying empty. I hope that was a revelation to some of you.